Welcome to Opensim Living. My name is Spax Orion, and today I'm going to cover your first days in Opensim. Before I start with today's topic, I would like to make a special shout out to the Kitely Market. Kitely Market is very similar to the Second Life Market in that they have content for just about everything you could possibly want, and further, you can have that content sent to just about any grid as long as it is attached to hypergrid. So you would open an account on Kitely, and then you could have content sent to Genesis Metaverse, or you could have it sent to OS Grid, or any number of places, as long as the content developer has marked the item for export. Well worth your time, especially if you're new to Open Simulator and there's specific content you're looking for but just don't know where to find it. You can probably find it on the Kitely Market. So very good stuff indeed. Well worth your time to check it out. I would also like to make a shout out for a human engineer and Greybox from over at Report, who suggested that I create a first day video. They felt that this would be a major contribution to the OpenSim community to help out anybody who is new to Open Simulator coming over from other platforms such as InWorlds or Second Life. So, I decided to choose OS Grid, namely because it is the grid of my personal choice. It's easy to set up your own region on OS Grid, as I've already done a video on. And further, they probably arguably have the largest user base in terms of region, the number of users, and unique visits. There are some grids that may report higher numbers. It varies. So that's why I chose OS Grid. At least this is the information that I'm pulling off the opensimulator.org page. So, okay, with that out of the way, I am logged in to a brand new account I just created 5 minutes ago. And I'm using the Firestorm viewer. Now, some people may argue that Firestorm, it really isn't ideal for Open Simulator, but I haven't seen any evidence to prove that to me. I prefer using Firestorm when exploring, but when I'm uploading mesh, I prefer to use Singularity, because I think Singularity has a much better and much quicker mesh uploader. So I have two different viewers, but at any rate, this is your first day in OpenSim, so let me show you how I would react on my first day. Well, the first thing I would probably want to do is maybe I want to be able to share some information about myself, because people probably aren't going to talk to me if I don't have a profile. So why don't I go ahead and do this? And then I'll even put in an URL for my YouTube channel. Okay, I guess that's good enough for now, so I'm just going to go ahead and press OK. I suppose I can add a picture later on. Maybe I want to adjust my user interface to, do a little bit more so that I can balance my workflow, so I can actually, maybe change the user interface and buttons and stuff, and get some controls here so that I have things set up how I'm accustomed to. And whoever's idea was to put this button way up here to where you can't even move it. Yeah, impossible to get to that. So I might have to hide the navigation and search bar. To get to this thing. There we go. Okay. Alright, and let me also press Control P for preferences. I need to have the advanced menu. This is another feature I haven't seen in other viewers. If I want to find something, I can search for it and get it in the list. So I want to show the advanced menu and I want to show the developer menu. Okay? Because I like to have things neat and organized. Alright, so now that we're in the advanced menu, I'm going to actually go into show debug settings and hide. I'm going to use the debug hide empty system folders and mark that as true. Now only folders that have content are visible here for me. I prefer to have that. So we're good with that here. Okay, and I think we can pretty much fly with most of this. Another tool that I really need to have here, why don't I edit this, toolbar buttons. Let's go ahead and add a button here. And it's in here. So, here it is, area search. I want area search. I'll put that next to this search here. Because whenever I'm visiting a region, area search is your friend. Okay. Let's go ahead and take the initial beginner's tour. Let me position this behind me here. And you'll see here, as we start our tour, it's going to tell you about all the movement controls and that sort of thing. And many of these are pretty much the same across most viewers. So if you're using a Kokua viewer or, you know, the controls are pretty much going to be the same. Now, in Second Life, you would normally left click an item, and you would see an L with a $ icon to get items. That is not always the case in Opensim. Sometimes you might have, if you don't see this L with the $, you may actually have to right click, select more, and then take a copy. Okay, and you'll see what's going to happen here is now if we go into our objects folder, you're going to see now we have Fanboy Complete Male Avatar boxed. Okay, now we can't build here, but I'm going to show you how to extract the contents of this box and wear it. All I have to do is right click the box here and select add. Okay, all right, and then right click and then select edit. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click in my object folder, make a new folder here, and then I'm just going to select the content in here, press the first item that I want, hold down shift, press the last item. Once they're all selected, then just drag them to the new folder. It's not necessary for me to copy the Creative Commons, but maybe it might be a good idea to read it, see who got the credit for making it. Thank you very much for making this very nice avatar to share with us. Okay, so we can now go ahead and remove this. Alright, maybe I don't want to keep it anymore, so I'll put it in the trash. Alright, and then I'll just right click on the new folder and then select Replace Current Outfit. And you'll see my avatar will begin to change here and we'll start wearing all of the assets in this folder. And sometimes it may take a moment. And if I'm not mistaken, I do believe this one is wearing the shirt that says Han shot first. And everybody knows that if you're a real true Star Wars fan, that is the fact. In 1977, Han Solo did shoot first. And Greedo didn't even get a shot in. So that's the way it is. That's the way it goes. Okay, moving right along. Something I need to mention, if you are on OS Grid and you want to empty your trash, if you right-click and empty trash, what you're going to need to do is, you're going to need to go into your account page, select the trash button, and then select empty. The reason why is OS Grid avatars have access to their entire inventory on Hypergrid. Whereas if you're using, let's say you open an account on Dynamic Worlds, okay? you would have a My Suitcase folder where you would store content that you want to take with you through Hypergrid. It is my understanding, and somebody correct me if I'm wrong, that OS Grid actually is a test bed for Open Simulator. So that's why we don't have a suitcase, and pretty much you can take most of your content with you throughout Hypergrid. Although it doesn't always work and behave properly, I have to admit that. Okay, so walking through the tutorial, or you can hit the portal, which will skip the tutorial. This room basically has a bunch of different little things you can do. That, you can read the cards and learn stuff here. And there's also free content, land resources, rent or create land, click for a copy. You'll see here the left clicking isn't available, but I can right click more. Okay, maybe this has a different script in there for clicking. I don't really want this item. But a lot of times when you go more, take copies grayed out, so that can't be copied conventionally. Sometimes people will have wonky scripts thrown in. They have a few junky little avatars that you can get here. But let's go ahead and go back into the skip tutorial portal, because I think that will take us to Libsa Plaza, where everybody hangs out and socializes and calls each other names and that sort of thing. So, and by the way, today is Friday, so everybody's at the event plaza on OS Grid, and well, we're not going to go there just yet, but we're going to just walk into this portal here. And now we are in Elbsa Plaza, where a lot of people will give advice. Hey, I'm even handing out advice here from time to time. So this is a good place to go. All right, and they also have some free avatars and some other little things. You're going to notice that some avatars are cloudy, smoking, and that sort of thing. OS Grid runs on donations, and Mr. Spock is here to remind us that. So if you think you're going to be spending a great deal of time here, please consider leaving them a donation. It'll help to keep the grid alive and running. Okay, free avatars and some other information that you may find useful. So we have that there, and then they have boxes of landmarks, places that you would want to go on your first day. But I have an even better suggestion. Rather than taking a bunch of landmarks and that sort of thing and just adding content to inventory, I actually found a better resource. So using the power of the World Wide Web, we have opensimworld.com. Okay, and here on Opensim World, you can pretty much find just about every niche you can think of. Just click on regions here. All right, and then there's a category listing. All right, also shows you what's popular right now. Event Plaza has 26 users. Jordan family must be having a having a party. There's 14 users there. So there are different regions, and they have there are a number of users in different regions. So this is very helpful in finding destinations to go to. Further, if you go to the drop down here, there are a lot of categories here. So if you're looking for freebies, this would be the place to go to. And just by clicking on that freebies link, you will see that Adachi has 72 likes. Wow. They must have a lot of really good content there, that many people. If there's, that much user engagement going on, they must have some really good stuff. So we'll click the link here for this. Okay, and then you're going to see that there is this address here. Well, what is this? Well, let me show you how this works, because navigating around Open Simulator is a lot different than you would be used to if you were in Second Life. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to left click and highlight this text here, right click, and then select copy. I'm going to go back into Open Simulator, and now I'm going to open up my map. Okay, you'll see right now that we are at Libsa Plaza. All right, And most of the time when you are going to be navigating, rather than, sometimes landmarks are not going to work properly. It's just a fact of life in Opensim. Sometimes a simulator may go down temporarily, or, there could be any number of symptoms that would cause this to happen. So for the most part, you're going to be using your map to navigate. So if we want to go to Adichie, I'm going to right-click and paste here, and then find it. And then you will see we have the location has been found, and then we click teleport. Guess what, kids? We are leaving OS Grid, and now we are entering into somebody else's simulation. That is the beauty of Opensim. So if I want to go visit Kitely, I can. I don't have to have a Kitely account to visit some of Kitely's grids. However, grids will have regions that may require you to have an account with them in order to visit specific regions. But for the most part, lots of content here. You have the benefits of being able to jump around. So here we are in Adichie now. And they have a very big store here where you can get just about any type of content that you want. All kinds of freebies. Well, actually, everything is here. Everything here, I believe, is free and full perm. So you can get all kinds of outfits. They have avatars and everything under the sun. Okay, so this is just one possibility for you, okay? And then when you're done picking up content, you can use the method that I showed you earlier to open them. And then, let me show that navigation bar again. Got to have that, because you can see some of the things that they have here. Actually, in this grid, if I were to grab something, I would be able to open it because they allow building here, which is kind of cool. All right, neat stuff. And then when I want to return to OS Grid, all I have to do is just press the home button. It's saying your home region could not be found. Okay, probably a good idea then to open up the map. All right, and then I'll just type in hg.osgrid.org 80. Let's visit my region that I have here, and we'll go to ozone, because I have some freebies that are useful for first time for beginners. So let's go ahead and find that region, and then we can teleport. Now, just like in Second Life and other virtual reality places you go to, there are rankings. You have general, moderate, and adult. And but most Opensim products that you sign up and register for require you to be at least 18 years or older to use the service, and that is their terms of service and that sort of thing. So, at any rate, we are here at Ozone. Let's go hit the TP pad. And then let's go to Sim Gear. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to head right on over to the premium freebies. Okay, I have here a storage vault where I can keep tabs on my inventory. I can get that. Maybe I want, if I'm going to be collecting a lot of pictures, maybe I want to get a copy of the texture vault. These are all free items that I made for you guys, so you might as well come and get them if you want them. I have a dance HUD. And then I have a 1 prim post stand, a male and female version. Why not? Get them, they're free. And then if we go to the other side of the room, I have a security drone for those of you who are landowners and you want to maybe keep an area of your sim private. You could get that. There's a face lamp and HUD. Lots of developers actually have code to prevent worn body lights. I know they do on OS Grid anyway. Okay, if you're a landowner, maybe you want to grab the network teleporter, or if you want the gag gift and, you know, if somebody touches you and you want to have it throw a random insult at them for touching you, you could wear the smarty pants. And of course, there's other content in here for open-minded adults, so well worth your time to check this area out. Okay, let's go ahead and hit the home button since we are on OS Grid and see where it takes us. Oh, we don't even have a home position set. Okay. Well, I can't set a home position here. But let me see if I can set one at Lubsa. That's LBSA. Let's teleport. And let's go to world and set home here. And I missed that message. Okay, so home position has been set. So Libsa Plaza will be our home destination for the time being. While we're here, there's another destination that I recommend that you check out, and that is right here from Libsa Plaza, and it'll keep you right here in this area. I believe, okay, is this the Sandbox Plaza? Yes. Sandbox Plaza here is an awesome place to go to. If you want to build anything, or if you want to edit your avatar or open up packages, that's the spot to go to. Also, there is Wright Plaza. I don't remember which one it is here, what color it is. It's through the red gate. Okay, and now that we are here, let's say, well, I already grabbed a pose stand, but let's say I want to find, maybe I don't like this hairstyle. Maybe I want to look for hair. Okay, well, we can use area search and search for it. Okay, and you're going to see that we've got the word chair infecting the listing. And there is no way that I know of to actually filter out the word chair and just look for hair. There's no way I can do it that I've been able to figure out. So if any of you guys do know of a way to do that, please put that information in the space below. But at any rate, you can see, we got Hair Allen. So we can right click on Hair Allen and then zoom in on it. Okay. Maybe I might want to just teleport to this location. I could do that too. We'll teleport to Hair Allen. Okay, we've teleported to it. So now we're in the immediate vicinity, and these graphics will load for us. And then we can look at the hair options that they're giving us here. Looks like they got some decent photorealistic skins as well, which is kind of cool. Maybe if I want to speed this up a little bit, I can go into right-click on a image, select More, and then text refresh, and it will reload the texture. Well, I don't think I like that hairstyle. I don't like any of them. Oh well. It is what it is. But the thing is, I find area search to be very useful. I use it all the time whenever I visit a specific region, because if there is something I am looking for, and it's only one particular thing, and I'm visiting a freebie region, area search is going to be your friend and help you to find the content that you're after. So it's well worth your time to check that out. And then, of course, let's click the back arrow, and we're going to return to Ellipsa Plaza in so doing. And then I'll give you a brief rundown of some of the things that we can do with the editor. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe Sandbox Plaza is through the blue. Or text refresh. I am impatient. Okay, we're here at Sandbox Plaza. And it looks like there's people building all kinds of interesting stuff over here. It's really cool to see what people like to build. So, yeah, it's fun to come over to this simulation here every now and then and play with stuff. Alright, maybe I want to change my clothing. So let's, why not? Let's have some fun with this. Alright, so first, let's go ahead and look at our inventory here. In the new folder here, we have the Hand Shot First t-shirt. Let's right click on this and select Edit. Okay, look at this here. Now, I can change the color of this if I want to. Okay, lots of the content that you're going to be finding here on Opensim are not as restricted as they are in Second Life or in Worlds or other platforms. Pretty much here, the sky's the limit. A lot of the stuff that you're going to find here is going to be free. Okay, so you can actually go in and you can modify stuff, which is cool. Love it. So instead of wearing a blue shirt, we've got green here. And when we've done that, we want to press the save arrow, or else it's not going to keep those changes. Okay, and then we're going to right click and select Edit on the hair. And then with the texture on this, you'll notice they graded out. Maybe I can turn this blonde. Alright, cool stuff. Alright, so I've already given my avatar a different look just by making a few simple changes. Now, if I log out of my account and log back in, this hair is going to revert to its color, and the shirt is going to revert to its original color unless I do one thing. I need to take off the shirt, and then I'm going to need to take off the hair. detach that, okay, and then add it again, and then right click and add the shirt again, okay. Then it will remember those settings. I don't know why it doesn't remember settings like that. Must be some. I have no clue. I don't even know where to begin speculating on that one. But at any rate, this is something that I noticed that is true, especially when making non-player characters or NPCs, and I've already done a video on that. So if you guys haven't seen that one, check that out as well. So pretty much, I don't know what else to add to the very first day other than your first day visit on Opensim, because pretty much you're going to be running around getting content and that sort of thing, and then later you'll eventually decide, okay, I like this, and maybe it's time for me to go and, you know, get a land and build. And I've got a tutorial on how I set up a land on OS Grid here, so I think I've got enough here for now. And so to Human and Graybox, thanks for making the suggestion for the beginners video. I hope this helps a number of you out, and I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing next here on Opensim Living, but I'm sure I'll have something equally exciting. So until then, peace out